Call to order. The Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you everyone for coming to the meeting of the Board of Trustees for the Village of Bergen. We'll start with some preliminary business. Approval of the bills. Have all of the board members been able to review the bills, and are there any questions? Okay, I'll entertain a motion for approval.
I'll make a motion we approve the bills.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Approved. Okay, has everyone been able to look at the April 8th meeting minutes? Any questions? Okay, I'll accept the motion for approval.
I'll make a motion to approve the April 8th meeting minutes.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye. I
Opposed?
abstain. I wasn't here.
Yep. And then also the approval of the April 22nd, 2026 meeting minutes.
I did notice the time on the end of the April 22nd meeting said 0.
I changed it,
Okay.
yeah, that Joe wanted to do.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll make a motion we accept the approval of the minutes from April 22nd, 2026.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, approved. Okay, I'm gonna, with your approval, board, skip over the report of the officers and go right to our new business first. Item number 1, presentation of the Bergen Central School District budget. Is everybody in favor of that?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. McGee?
Yeah, and I have
Welcome.
Miss Lori Prince here too.
Yep.
You guys have all met.
How are ya?
I'm
Yep.
all met.
Yep.
How you guys done?
Okay.
Good, good.
Yeah.
Good to see you guys. We will be brief. And any questions you guys have, please let us know. This is actually Brian's 3rd time seeing
Okay.
seeing the budget presentation. Yeah, so I'll get right into
Yep,
this.
sure.
We are in a fortunate position, and Lori and I will talk a little bit about this. Our district enrollment has increased over the last few years, which is to our benefit when it comes to like the state aid formula and the money the state's giving us. So you may have seen like around us some of the cuts going on in other districts. We are very fortunate to be able to sustain all of our programs and more. So I always start with just the positives. So we were named the 2026 Utica National School Safety Award. As you guys know, we have a great SRO program. We did add an additional SRO that is not a sheriff. That's actually a retired sheriff. That was really based on feedback we got from our community. We did a safety summit last year, and so they wanted someone in each building. And so Chad Menudo is his name. He's a retired sheriff. He's fantastic. Fits right in with our school district. We were named the U.S. News Best High Schools for the 7th consecutive year. Our middle school now is for the 2nd consecutive year. Our graduation rate's over 96%. We have a diverse offering that we offer our kids, including 9 advanced placement classes. The arts are so important in our district, so we have over 70 students this year who participated K-12 in The Little Mermaid. We also are really proud. We have the 2nd highest enrollment in BOCES, our career and tech programs. Obviously, the trades are very, very important. We received the Genesee Valley School Board Excellence Awards for Student Leadership. We consistently have scholar athlete teams, and we have increased participation within our FFA program, which is we now have a full ag program. One of the things that we now are part of what's called the BOCES COSER, so with EF Tours, so we get aid back on. We were not going on annual trips. We are now offering annual international trips. We actually get aid back from BOCES on that, which reduces the cost for kids to go on the trip, with the idea more kids can go on the trip. K-12 field trips, all the real world stuff, smart bond financing, which is just a source to New York State. We can focus on technology, upgrades, and then we continue to have a partnership with Genesee County Mental Health, who comes in 1 day a week And this year, we are proud that all of our kids in grades 9 through 12 were mental health first aid trained.
Awesome.
So, yeah. And that was free. I would just point that out. A service we found, and she did an amazing job. A pretty intensive program, but we thought that's really important.
Very good.
So with that, Lori?
I'll take over. I mean, our goals, obviously, we're always trying to keep the tax increase to the levy as low as possible. As Pat was mentioning, with some of the things coming from the state, they are offering more UBK aid. So we are looking to go to full-day UBK. Right now, we have 2 half-day sessions, so by adding a teacher and another aide, we'd be able to have 2 full-day UBK classrooms. So that's in the budget. And as Pat mentioned about some additional BOCES programs, the EF Tours was one, and we've actually found out as well that for our GCC classes that we offer, where they get GCC credit, we can start charging a portion of those teachers' salaries through BOCES and get BOCES aided. So that'll be a little bit more of a funding stream. To be able to do that, we have to pay the GCC tuition that those students would be paying. So it's, and
Yeah.
also aided.
All of our kids will be able to take those classes for free, tuition free.
Nice.
And of course, we're always looking to maintain our facilities. We have that capital outlay $100,000 project program. We are looking to do some door replacements in the elementary, 100 wing this year with some hardware there. And we, as Pat said, we've been able to maintain and keep everybody on staff. We have 1 retirement that we're not replacing.
Yeah. Only the hardest position to find is bus drivers.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I see your
It's the
signs
hardest,
up there.
and it's subs, it's
Yeah.
finding sub bus
Subs,
drivers.
yeah.
So we can find contract bus drivers, but it's finding like the subs.
Yeah.
That's created some challenges for us.
If you hear of anybody, send it
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
So this slide, like Pat was showing, we just want to show you really quickly, our enrollment has obviously jumped quite a bit last year, but did go up a little bit again this year as well. The financial summary at a glance, budget to budget, our general fund's increasing a little over $1 million. The tax levy overall is going up about $150,000 or 1.57%. And I am projecting an increase to the tax rate, but actually I did get the assessed values tentatively from Riga and from Leroy. And when you plug those into the calculation, it's showing that the tax rate might be more like $18 per thousand. So technically it would be going down. After that, we just have really quick, the next page is a summary of expenditures and the changes. I don't know if you guys have experienced the same thing that we have, but our health insurance is basically going up 30% next year.
So if you look down the employee benefits, you'll see the 770,000.
Increase.
That's the health insurance.
That is like the
Increase.
bulk of our increase in our budget to help us kind of offset that. Fortunately, right below that debt service, we are making a final payment here in June, so that will be dropping off. That's a decrease of $536,000. Overall, everything else is really more contractual increases, and then some of these BOCES programs that we talked about, those are increases in the BOCES budget, but on the revenue side, there will be increase in the BOCES revenue as well.
Do the employees also absorb some of the increase in the employee
For the
benefits?
percentage that they pay, right.
Yeah.
I mean, we have anywhere from them paying 25% to 20%. So yes, they get to absorb some of that as well. Oh, really quick, the next slide is the estimated revenue. As you can see, we're looking for that small increase in the property taxes. The biggest increase is in state aid, the $547,000 from the prior year. And the $222,000 is the interest income that we've been seeing great in. Anything's better than the 1% that we were, less than 1% we were getting how many years ago, truthfully. We do anticipate using a little bit of fund balance, that's at $65,000, change at the bottom. And I'm sure you guys are very familiar with the tax cap calculation formula. I don't know if you really want me to go through it all, but again.
The bottom line.
Yeah,
Bottom
we're
line,
good.
the 1.57.
1.57%, $150,000 increase. The graph of history of possible tax levy, we do like to show people, if you went by the tax cap calculation formula, that's that blue line of what we could have went out for tax levy increases. The yellow or orangish line is what we've actually gone out at. So we just kind of like to show that we're not spiking all over the place, we are really trying to keep it more even keel for taxpayers. And the next graph, I'm always projecting a little high for what the tax rate's going to be, and that's what the blue bar is, and mostly because I'm using current assessed values, not knowing what next year's assessed values are gonna be. So we're saying $18.59, but as you can see historically, it's usually coming in less than that. And I just mentioned, I think it'll be closer to 18 or maybe even a less than that, which would be great. The next graphic is, New York State is able to provide us for Bergen district residents, their total adjusted gross income from all of their 1040s. So the blue bar is the total income from all the residents in the district. The little gray bar on the bottom is the tax levy, and then the green line is kind of showing what the tax levy as a percentage of adjusted gross income. And we just like to show, you can see that as income's going up, our tax levy percentage of that income is actually declining. So we're not jumping anybody's very significantly. The next page, the projected tax bills, net star savings. The enhanced star, so potentially if you have an enhanced star and if you're assessed at $100,000 value of your home, because of the exemption amount increasing from last year, you would see a decrease in your tax bill. For a basic star, it'd be around a $23 increase, and that's using the tax rate of $18.59, which probably is going to be less than that. We just kind of like to give people an idea of what their tax bill might go up.
This is 23 per 100,000.
Yes, 23 per 100,000. No, 2310 total increase.
10, oh, total.
Yes, total.
No matter what
Right,
the assessed value is. Okay.
right. Sorry. And we are looking, there will be a second proposition on the ballot where we're asking for our voters to authorize us to be able to spend up to $408,500 for up to possibly 4 school vehicles. The reason we're not being very specific this year is shortage of drivers. We're hoping to get a couple more drivers, but it might be changing our bus routes up a little, and that might be changing up what types of buses we need. Like currently, we are chatting with a gentleman who cannot drive a 66 passenger. He can drive something bigger than a minivan, but we don't have anything in that range. So if we can get him, entice him to come over, there might be something where I think it's like 20,000 or 26,000 pounds or something like that last. So it's bigger, he can transport more students, actually just the weight of the vehicle makes a difference. So we're kind of not 100% sure which vehicles we're buying, just looking to know that it would be no more than 4 or that dollar amount.
And we were specific that none of them would be electric.
Right.
It
They
is
will
in there,
not be
just so you
electric. These vehicles all obviously still qualify for transportation aid in New York State at almost 90%, sorry, 90%. And then, as you know, there's 2 propositions on the ballot. One is for the budget, and the second one would be for the bus purchase. And we have 2 board members that their terms are ending who are seeking re-election for another 3-year term, Cindy Matthews and Lisa Forsythe. And finally, please come out to vote on May 19th, Senior High Gymnasium, 11:30 to 8:30.
What happens if the vote doesn't get approved? Or if the
If
budget
it goes
doesn't get
down.
approved? Yeah.
We can go out one more time to vote in the month of June, and if it doesn't get approved then, we would be in a contingent budget. Did you get it's a green, I think it was green folded budget notice?
Oh, I didn't see that.
So on the far right-hand column, it actually tells you what the contingent budget amount.
It would not be good.
Okay.
No. This is not being good for that here.
Yeah, interesting.
When you go to contingent, you can't buy any equipment.
No.
There's other certain things in there that we have to take out, things that are not educationally necessary.
Is there any impact you guys are having with transportation due to the rise in fuel costs right now in your current budget? Is that factored in? Are you guys,
The costs are going up.
yeah,
So far,
nobody
it's
planned
been
for
okay.
this. So far, it's been okay.
And I'm gonna speculate it's because of our lack of drivers. He's been
Okay.
throwing more kids onto vehicles.
So parents bringing their kids in, it's
Yeah,
on
yeah.
We actually do have quite a
You
few
do.
parents who
You do.
drop their kid, pick up and drop their kids off
Yeah.
at school, especially at the elementary school.
Yes.
I would think more for special activities or after-school
Yeah.
things is where it's gonna probably affect you most.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's a big topic around,
We have a couple of the teachers that are occasional drivers for us.
yeah.
By school law, that they can be appointed and they can drive 6 students or less, I think. So if something has a few students, they've actually been able to transport. Our FFA teacher actually is a big one that does that a lot, which is great.
Yeah. And our drivers are really good about, as a group, just helping each other out. And knock on wood, we get kids to and from school safely.
Yep.
But behind the scenes, there's a lot of things
A
we're
lot
trying
of
to
logistics, yeah.
move together, a lot of pieces of the puzzle, but.
So your resource officers, if I could just say, I'm
Yeah.
inquisitive, I guess. Are they both on at the same time? Do they share duties? Do
They,
go to
they,
different schools?
they stagger their
Okay.
shifts by a half hour so that one of them's here for the elementary dismissal.
Great. And is it like, do you have more time of the day now, or is it just still?
There's an SRO at Bergen from 7 AM to 4 PM.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
So, and then sometimes they'll do events that we need them to, but they're a great team. And as you guys know, like, people look at them as just really positive role models, here to help, and just another great mentor resource for our kids and families and staff.
That's no-brainer.
And the second one we brought on is actually a 10-month.
Yeah.
10.
Okay.
We didn't think we had a need in the summer
Yeah.
because we have
Yeah.
the other one 12-month for summer school.
It's nice though, like, as he's retired even from the sheriff, having the sheriff, Josh Bravon is really nice just because he's so connected to things that are happening, you know?
I think our
So,
current sheriff graduated from Bergen, didn't he? Scott Grad?
or Joe grad.
Joe, I mean,
Joe's a Notre Dame grad, actually.
Notre Dame, he lived in Bergen.
He did.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great school, Notre Dame.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything. Don't beat up the Damer. It's my 20th year, I just finished in 20 years at Bergen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good, good.
Flies by.
Any facilities upgrades for your sporting, baseball, anything out there that you guys?
We just finished what's called a building condition survey, so every 5 years per the state. So we were kind of like going through that. We had 2 big projects in 2018, 17, 18, and then, 21. So we're very, very cognizant of that. There were some major upgrades in there. But there's, things need to be fixed and upgraded, so we're just in like the really developmental stages of that.
And the military required
No,
to do the building condition survey?
No,
No?
but we do it anyway.
No, it's a good idea. Just curious.
Do you know if they have, do you know if they have free swim at the pool again?
We've had
Okay.
community swim. Actually, Sarah, let me just give,
Sarah,
I'm sorry, I don't want to
yes.
take your time. She just gave me the stats. It's so funny you asked that question. Sarah Stockwell, our girls varsity basketball, swimming, apologize.
She is our,
So,
also our director.
We had this year 729 participants. And here's what she said, open swim went swimmingly, lots of families participating, no issues with supervision. So nice to have this building full with kids and families having a great
That's
time.
awesome.
Great. Is that on Wednesdays like it used to be, or what is it? You know?
Tuesdays,
I-
it's Tuesday nights,
yeah,
yeah,
I know.
Tuesday nights.
Great.
Is it gonna be open this summer this year like you did before?
That we'd have to talk to Sarah about, I don't think so. But Mike, that's a good thought out there.
Yeah.
I just don't know what her availability is.
Sure.
And it's harder to
Staff.
find lifeguards
I get
as
it.
you get closer to the end of the
Yeah.
school year, because a lot of them are, teenagers.
Yeah.
And they got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
So, but it's gone, this is the first year we've had it in a number of years, so it's gone really well.
Very good.
Yeah.
He's got a question back here?
Yes, sir.
How much of the building is occupied?
All of it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Good to hear.
We also have the early college learning, so it's a BOCES program that is in one of our hallways.
Okay.
A number of years ago, when they shifted things, because of our declining enrollment, we actually had an open hallway.
Yeah.
And this was a number of years ago, prior to even Lori and I.
Right.
So we actually leased that out.
Yes,
to the early
they pay us
college.
rent for that.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
and they pay rent to
When I
us.
visited it quite a while ago, it
Yeah.
was looked pretty deserted and
Yeah, nope, the whole building is, all the buildings are occupied.
wonderful.
Yeah.
One last question, if you don't mind. Your student enrollment over from 24 to now, over the last 2 years, has really gone up. Is that more elementary, middle, high? Have you seen
All
so
over the
it's not
board.
like one,
And
like
I
all of a
can't-
sudden elementary got packed?
Yeah, and we can't pinpoint it to like,
Okay.
it's not like there's a
Right.
development like that's
Right.
here,
Yeah.
a little bit more transient, like people just coming in and,
I've noticed a lot of younger families moved into the village
Yeah.
over the last few years.
Yeah.
I think that,
I
has
mean,
some-
housing that they built across from the college
Yeah,
has definitely
that
got
too.
some people
Yeah.
in it that are as well.
yep, that's part of our district.
Well, I'll let you off the hook.
No, we appreciate the questions, we appreciate it. Anything else?
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys, so good to
Thank
see you
you.
guys,
Yeah,
if you come out to vote, please do.
Yep, okay.
Thank you.
Pleasure, appreciate you guys' support, so good to see you guys.
Good to see you.
Nice to
Thank
see
you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good job.
Hey, thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the report of the officers. And you see my report there. So the grant's pretty much consistent with last month. Everything is still, most of them are still in process. We're still waiting answers from a majority of these as to if we've been approved for them and what the next steps will be. Miscellaneous, our substation replacement project is still ongoing. As equipment arrives and weather permits, obviously we'll be moving on, getting that up and running as quickly as we can. Joe, anything to add on that, other than our new business?
We're working with National Grid. We've had 2 meetings now for interconnection, so we can, and a coordination study actually to see how the new substation is going to coordinate with National Grid facilities, so they're not tripping out when something happens here, so they have to do a relay study. So we're going to talk about that a little bit,
Okay.
but that's the holdup right now. We need that study done so that we can get our contractor in here to start doing some site work.
Great, okay. I will be attending the 2026 Nippon MEUA annual meeting in Syracuse next week, so Thursday, Friday, I'll be out at that. Hoping to gain some valuable information, meet some new people, and get some connections and networking going for the village. Our summer concert series is finalized, the dates are here for everybody's knowledge. Really looking forward to hearing the bands play in our new pavilion. I've reached out to Ralph and Rosie's, asked them to consider providing a food option at the concerts, and I'm seeking additional food truck vendors as well, to just have a nice atmosphere up there for folks during the concerts, so come on out. I attended a joint meeting with the town of Bergen to discuss the roadway systems traffic details around Apple Tree 3319. Now that Oxbow's in and the traffic is seemingly increasing up there, we'll have a discussion about that further in the agenda, but as you all know, that's a congested area and there's a lot of concerns about just safety and what we can do, if anything. So we'll go into detail on that in a minute. As you see, the sidewalk work is being completed throughout the village. Lots of work going on out there. Many old sidewalks, cracked, deteriorated, are being taken out, and we have our crews in place putting new sidewalks in. Everything's coned off, roped off, barriered, and it's looking good. I'm glad they're getting to it early, which is really nice. It'll be in great shape for us to walk through the community in the summer. And then the new pavilion, there was a few rafters that needed to be replaced. That was completed, right, Courtney? Okay, so the pavilion should be set. It just has to, we gotta talk about staining it and getting it just weatherized and all that kind of thing. So that's my report.
Well, gentlemen, it's a good time for me to say goodnight. I want to thank Joe, you did a wonderful job.
Thanks, George.
Mike, good luck. I know you'll be right on top of things.
Thank you, George.
And good job, everybody.
Thank you, George. Thanks for coming.
Thanks. My report, you've all had an opportunity to read, I'll just get a few things. The new cameras are installed in Hickory Park, so the back pavilion, bathroom, playground, and basketball courts are all now covered by the cameras, and it's a high-quality cameras. We're looking at getting an accelerator hotspot so we can read it remotely. Right now, we have to go into the back of the bathroom to the closet to view the records, but they're installed, so we have that safety in place. The other thing is we are still searching for a person to run the summer rec program. It's kind of getting close, so we really got to rack our minds and think of somebody, some people who might be interested, so if any of you could help. I think somebody.
Who was it last year, or were there 2 people?
Evie did it last year, but she had a baby.
Oh.
Just a few weeks ago.
Is
So
she a helper?
She had a few
I know.
helpers, yes, but they're all young or,
Mm.
there was one person who said they'd be able to do it 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so they just Thursday, Friday to come up with somebody,
That's an
so
option, right?
that's an option. Maybe if you find somebody else, that could be Tuesday, Thursday.
Where's
but-
it posted? Like, do we have it posted?
We put it on Facebook
Okay.
last week, but we didn't get any response.
So I believe well, there is a youth program through job development in Batavia. I might be able, if we had a posting, I could reach out over there and see if maybe they had any, individuals that would be interested.
Okay.
So can you send me that electronically?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
We ordered a new full fuel tank for the diesel. That came in yesterday, and they're starting to put it all together. The old fuel tank was in joke and tell you better than I can, it's been there a long, long time. It was needed to be replaced. It had rust and sediment and everything else in the back. You couldn't read the pump meters and whatnot, so it was time for a new one. We just got one for the diesel. Maybe next year we'll get another one for gas, but we don't need a very big one for gas, so I'm just getting a 250-gallon one for gas.
Okay.
That's closed, and I sent you the email to all of you about the road closure coming up. You gotta spread the news as much as we can.
Yes.
So June 1st, the bridge near the Black Creek will be closed. They said until the end of September. And hopefully that's
It's so long.
they're just saying that, so it'll come in under, but
So is this the one before the Finks, or is this the one right in front of the Finks?
before.
Before,
So there's
okay.
a
smaller one.
Yeah, the small one, okay. All right, and they did work on that not long ago, I remember, but yeah, okay, wow.
And with the traffic closed, it surprises me that they can't get it done faster.
Yeah, hopefully it won't be like a Brockport situation.
Right.
That lift bridge is much harder than this bridge, so
Yeah.
hopefully they'll get it done before September, but, so we just want to let everybody know.
Just the truck traffic is gonna be the, 'cause that is a major,
Yeah, because where will they route?
it's a state road. It's on the, I actually have it here for you, Brenda, if
Not
you
down
wanna look at
Sack
it.
Road.
No,
No,
the
they're going
DOT truck route
through
takes it
Churchville.
to Churchville.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be stand
Yeah.
state roads.
Oh.
It's using 33 to 36 to 31. So maybe that's what they said.
That's a long.
That's a long
Yeah,
route.
yeah.
And there are other ways.
They have to do that for trucks.
For
They
trucks,
can't- They
yeah.
can't make it go through neighborhoods, but we can.
Besides that, anybody have any questions? Oh, I would like to thank Scott's Miracle-Gro here in Bergen on Brew Road. They provide us with mulch every year, no cost, and topsoil. So we had 2 full pallets of each of topsoil and black mulch. So if you look around the village and you see all the nice black mulch that was put out today, that was for them. So I would
Very
like
nice.
to thank them for that. And then we'll use the topsoil for our flower boxes.
Great.
I think we're gonna go get flowers on Friday. If the weather's good on Monday, then we will, maybe.
And then, do you guys do all around the new sidewalks, or does Pro Construction come back and do
The restoration, pro does that.
Oh, okay. And then the doors on the new little, or the old little library in the park? You said were they on order? I keep
So-
wondering when, and
Yeah, so that's gonna, I think, that might be moved now, because we're gonna take that, we took it back to the shop to fix it, to put proper hinges on it. And then we're going to pour another pad and rotate it, so it's facing the park, so when the wind blows, it pushes the door closed,
Yeah.
instead of catching the door and holding it open.
Ah.
So we're hoping that's gonna take care of that
Mhm.
door always being open.
Didn't it
And
move
then
already?
bigger
It wasn't a
hinges.
different pad, right?
It
That
was,
moved
it was back in the woods, but it was in the lowest spot in the woods, so it was
Oh.
underwater. So I moved it up, but it was sideways, so the wind could catch that door.
Ah.
So hopefully with stronger hinges and facing that direction, it won't have to, we don't have to fix it a couple times a year.
Yeah.
Courtney, is this concrete in Zuber Park, is that for the benches?
Yes.
Okay, the pads?
There's the walkway and the one up against the building is for the.
Okay, I just had someone ask me on the street the other day, what's that for?
Yeah, so before we were sitting in mulch.
Right.
So we made it wide enough so we can put flowers,
Good.
pots,
Pots,
with
nice
tall
one.
ones in the middle or on the sides.
Is that it, Courtney?
That's it for me.
I'm not seeing the
I
CEO
haven't
report.
seen the CEO's.
He did not give me one, so that's,
Okay, so we will skip the CEO reports and ask him to update that for next board meeting.
I'll make a motion to accept the mayor and administrator reports.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, passed. Okay, trustee concerns, we'll start with Bernadette.
Okay, this is what I had my phone on, because I did have some notes. I noticed this morning, maybe they fixed it already, but the flashing had fallen, some of the flashing had come off of the back of the bathroom in North.
Oh.
It was on the ground. Yeah. I just noticed it.
Okay.
I would think it was this morning, maybe it was yesterday. And I was wondering about the doors. The new sidewalks look great all around. I like the curved sidewalks, they look cool. I had, my son did a quote for the town of Bergen, like some conference room they have up there in Portland. And he said to me, I don't know why you guys require this prevailing wage, I know it's a state thing, but he said, we could have got this done, you know, for a quarter of the price.
yeah.
So that's too bad,
Mhm.
really.
It's too bad.
Yes, we
Yeah.
all, the taxpayers have to pay a premium on all work.
Yeah, and there's nothing we can do about that. huh?
No, state level,
That's-
Unbelievable.
That's just awful.
I mean, the amount of money it would save communities if that was done.
And how quickly that would get done.
Yeah, yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Mhm.
Joe?
No concerns?
Todd?
No concerns, I had an opportunity to talk to the guys from Pro Construction. They were doing the topsoil work up at Ward Park on the
Yep.
stretch of sidewalk, and complimented them on their work, and they're very appreciative to get the work.
Absolutely. Good.
Everything looks great.
Yeah, it's looking good for sure. Bob?
Just to kind of continue on with information about the sewer, I'd like to see either a flyer or something go out that reflects our phosphate issue. Also, for people to check their sump pumps, that they're not going into the sewer and by way of their laundry tubs. Do's and don'ts, putting down the drain, and also that we're not allowed to have garbage disposals. Everybody I've talked to said,
No idea.
So I think the information would be.
Yeah, that's a priority of mine this month, Bob. It's already been on my agenda. We'll send an individual letter with the recommendations,
Yep.
ideas, suggestions to the
Yes.
village. I actually would like your input on it if you could.
Absolutely.
You sat in with a couple meetings that we had on the side for
Yep.
just getting understanding of it. And
Yep. And maybe get Eric involved so that
Yeah.
we're giving him the right facts.
Some
We don't
real
want to
facts,
give him
yeah.
something that's not true. So.
Yeah.
What was the thing about the laundry tub?
Phosphates in the soap, phosphates are the big
Oh.
issue that we have down there, trying to knock it down,
Yeah.
because we have such a low level of what we can put on the ground.
But
And-
that, so was that comment about the laundry tubs Just about the.
About the drainage, because some people run their sump pump into that.
Oh, there's
And that
some.
adds to what goes to the treatment plant. So they're taking roof water and sending it to the treatment plant. So that's always been an issue.
So, yeah, we just want to let folks know that if they have their gutters or perhaps their sub pumps directly linked to their exiting lines from their home, which some people do, and
Yeah.
unaware, that all that water has to be treated.
Yep.
And that's at a cost to the ratepayers. So if we just disconnected those things, the cost could be considerable.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then every soap product you use, from your shower to your dishes to your laundry, if you could use reduced phosphate or phosphate free, tongue twister,
Yeah.
that also would reduce the cost of the chemicals we have to purchase to treat all that. And that's, like Bob said, the highest cost of the sewer plant. So we'll send out a nice informational, letter, kind of just letting folks know this is what we're looking at and here's how you can help.
Yep.
And then with some suggestions of soaps and detergents that are, free of those chemicals that we have to treat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just a healthy thing to do anyway. So thank you, Bob, for
Yep,
that.
that's it for me.
Okay. Okay, back to our new business. The presentation from the community clothesline has been attempted for the third time, so we'll put that off maybe at the next meeting.
Is that the people back here?
Yeah, that's the renters in the back. Okay, so the Bergen Fire Department member approval. Carolyn, I don't want to, was you? Yeah.
Would you?
It is right here. It says, or not a proclamation, but a resolution that at our meeting, following were elected as members of the department, background checks have been completed for Carolyn Wojcik, and they would like our approval for the new member. Questions?
I'll make a motion that we accept this Carolyn Wojcik to be a member of the Bergen Fire Department.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right. All opposed? No? All right, carried.
Interesting that
Congratulations.
she's from Leroy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
congratulations, Carolyn. Okay, all right. Resolution 5 of 2026, MEUA delegates. So this is for me to be the delegate for the MEUA. I will be a member, and that gives me the ability to attend meetings and participate as a member. So I'm asking for your approval, and that, with that approval, I'll be going to the meeting next week as well.
Courtney did ask for a delegate from NIPA.
I
I
think
didn't
that's one of the yearly.
Yeah, I didn't
isn't
see
it,
that.
on the yearly?
We'll probably have to do that one.
This
too.
is the yearly NIPA. This is semi-annual MUA, so I think you should have that delegate on there for NIPA.
Okay, I can,
You can check on it, yeah, check on it.
Does that get added to this resolution, or that'd be a whole nother one?
maybe a second resolution for it, but they're identical.
Oh. So we can make a motion to approve this one, and then if there's another one, you just let us know about it.
Correct.
That'd be too late. The next meeting, the meeting next week.
They're not joint meetings, they're both happening at the same time, right?
No, they're happening separately. They're just kind of hit, they go like half of one and then the whole other and then half of
Okay.
Can we make them,
Yeah,
can we
we-
approve
Make
it
them-
without it being here, and then you do it?
Yes, I think if you just, vote to make a change, that, so it says, MUA and NIPA.
Okay, I'll,
So,
need someone wants to make a motion.
Okay, I'll make a motion to accept Resolution 5 for the MEUA delegate and also adding the NIPA delegate to that as well.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed. Okay. Resolution 6. This is authorizing grant application. I'm gonna let Courtney take it from here.
So we have talked about getting a new playground. We have a survey out for that. I think you all saw that. So this is for, the next three are for the playground grant. The first one is to authorize the grant application. The second one is to approve a match. And the last one is for a seeker. I mentioned about the seeker earlier. Anytime you do groundwork or the state requires seeker for everything. So as part of that, we gotta show that we have a seeker. So I talked to Eric Weiss, he put the resolution together, and he has a runner also, so take care of that requirement.
Like they're checking for ground contaminants and that sort of thing?
You know,
Compliance with the DEC and all those things, yeah.
and they're really checking for everything, the water in the area, wetlands.
Well,
Yeah.
runoff could have, all that stuff, yeah.
Okay.
The, one thing we need to talk to about for resolution 7 is the match part of it. We do not have a current estimate from the playground manufacturer what the proposed playground will look like in cost. So it makes it hard to put a 20% match on it. So
Where do the funds come from?
So we come from our unappropriated fund balance. So by the time this happens, we can probably budget for it for next year. But I would actually suggest to get taken out, moving it out of our unappropriated fund balance.
Do you have a suggested amount that you wouldn't want to exceed out of that?
That was what I was gonna suggest is a not to exceed number.
Yeah. That'd be good.
So.
Do we have any kind of a wag at what they're in line with? No?
So it's a 20% match or whatever is gonna be.
Right.
There was a playground we looked at that was similar. It might shock you, because it shocks me about how much playgrounds are.
I know what they cost.
All right, so,
I'm interested.
easily, the one that we're looking at that's not too major is about, depending on what kind of ground we use. I just want to keep the wood chips because it's inexpensive, and we can replenish it when we need to. There's other options. There's a rubber. There's stuff that looks like grass. There's a lot of different things, and that really puts up the cost. So we're probably in the $600,000 range.
Wow. Without a rubber flooring.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was some of the questions on the surveys. Their feedback rate was somebody didn't like the mulch.
Yeah, and it was funny going through the survey, that you get one that says, it's wonderful, why would you change it?
Yeah.
And the next one would be, it's not safe, I don't want to make us play on it. So,
Would it be disassembling everything we have? Or
yeah, so we
starting from
would
the-
take that out completely.
Okay.
Do you
We
sell
would-
that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Really,
We certainly could.
For scrap.
Yeah, I'm not, if somebody wants to come in and
Yeah,
take it down
that's true.
piece to piece and
Yeah.
move it somewhere else, that's possible, but, yeah, I mean, cutting it up and sending it for scrap would probably be easiest for us.
I was thinking like the preschool in town or something, or
Yeah.
some other.
Well, whoever did the work would have to be an insured contractor.
Oh, to go
Mm.
remove it.
Yeah. So we would be expanding the area. So right now, the area that's mulched, and then the area that's got swings, we
Yeah.
incorporate the whole thing,
Yeah.
make it kind of like an L shape.
Okay.
So.
Do we have a proposed plan for what they're estimating? Is there some kind of a layout, what we're proposing?
That's what we're waiting for
Okay.
on this, because we kind of got a late start to the
Nice.
me and Renee met with the architect from Parkitects 2 weeks ago.
How much did you say?
About
600,000.
I had 5 to 750 in my head, so.
So what's 20%?
Okay, you were there.
But I
Yeah.
would
What's 20% of
suggest,
that to our council?
I would suggest putting a buffer in there.
20,000?
Say 7, I would go at 700, honestly.
700?
Do you have, like, how much is in that unappropriated fund balance?
About 750,000.
700? Okay.
Wow, it's gonna gobble it up.
It's 140,000.
That's a big grant.
So there we are. So should we set a limit then based on that?
I think so. You guys want to?
It's a very competitive grant. It seems like every community out there is going for it, including the town of Bergen.
Virginia.
So
Where's theirs?
they want to put it up at
The old dump up there?
Oh.
Robbinsbrook.
Oh.
But I was informed that their grant is not in conflict with our grant, because
Oh.
theirs is for a whole new playground. There's nothing there right now.
Okay.
Whereas ours is an established playground that we want to replace, so it's 2 separate grants, submittals. So we're not in competition with the town.
I gotta say, I don't know why people would go that far to a playground where they could come into town and go to a playground. You know, I don't get it, but.
And
Is it for when they have soccer games or whatever up there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but theirs is over $1 million, I believe.
Oh my gosh, I hate to
Yeah.
see that. And
There's
then
gotta be
let it
all
sit there
groundwork and-
with nobody using it, you know? But anyway, it's too bad, because if they went, you know, kind of Dutch with us and were double decking the one here, we could probably get away with less money. But, yeah, whatever.
So what's 20% of 700? Have we figured that, 140?
140,000.
140,000.
So we're just going out for it, so it's up to you as the board if that's something you want to do, or if you want.
What other uses do you generally earmark that unappropriated fund balance for?
Really can use it any village purposes, it's,
But not for the sewer problem.
no, it has to be general.
Nice try.
Yeah. You can't commingle
I agree.
funds, so, you know,
Huh.
can be any general purposes.
Which from the survey and the response from the community, that seems to be a priority for a lot of our residents. You know,
That's right.
and that would be the last probably major step of this playground rebuild we've been doing over the last, 5 to 7 years.
Yeah, parking space so far, that would be just the finishing touch.
That would be the finishing touch, plus that equipment up there. I was just up there the other day with some kits, and it's in really rough shape. It's gonna need work one way or the other. It's either gonna have to be just taken out, or it's gonna have to get an upgrade.
The architect that we met is also, he does, he's a certified inspector. He pointed out a couple things.
Yeah.
If it was an official inspection, they would shut it down.
Mm.
There's roots over by that swing,
Mhm.
just that would take care of it. That tube years ago
Mhm.
broke, so we homemade built a bridge,
Yeah.
and that's not acceptable
It's not
either.
good.
A lot of the things he spoke about was kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, it sounds ridiculous.
Like the trees, limbs hanging over the swings, that's not allowed.
You have to take the tree down? Just have to cut all
We
those
have to
limbs off?
work on that, how we're gonna,
Huh.
For the new one, we probably will.
Hmm.
no shade apparently for the kids. I don't know. I don't know if there's.
I think the
trees
trees
are
we
gonna
used to
fall
play on,
out,
it was
they're
like,
so funny.
fall and scrape your knuckles and your knees and.
Brushed it off and you got back up and
Get
did it
back up
again.
there,
The
yeah.
equipment we had,
Yeah.
You came down the slide on the hard
that
ground.
was,
Really
That's
high
great.
slide.
Yeah, they want you to land on cotton balls now.
Stainless steel,
no, it
metal
was too.
slides.
Yeah, you burn your
You
skin
got to
off.
take the skin off your legs on them when you went down in the summer.
So sometimes you use that unappropriated fund balance if you need a vehicle or repair or something, right?
That's just money
It's not-
that's basically in a savings that hasn't been earmarked or put in a reserve.
And you can't use it to help for the electric substation
No,
project
no.
either.
No. Money cannot be commingled between funds.
I know, I get confused when you say just for anything general.
Yeah.
So, anything general is not sewer or electric related.
Right.
Okay, hmm,
You got taxpayers and ratepayers.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
So do we want to table it for a month and think about it?
I
Or
don't think we have time.
Right.
we don't have time? Okay.
Yeah.
So I propose we put a limit at 100 and, what is it?
40.
140, 150, let's say.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a pretty significant playground, 150.
Yep. Well,
That's a
when it's-
lot.
When it's costing 700.
That's just our cost.
I know,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. If
Yeah,
that's
no, I know.
20%, if we wanna go that high.
That's what we have to put up for a grant, 20%.
Yeah.
Well, so I'm looking future investment. It's if we're able to get a grant, you know, and they're gonna pay $600,000 for a 20 to 25-year investment for the village of Bergen.
Yeah.
And the village is contributing 20%. I think that's wonderful, in my opinion. You know, but you're the board. And I'll say my piece with that.
Well, 600,000 would be 120.
Yeah, we're saying up to, it's, you know, our contribution may not be 150, but maybe it comes in at 400,000 and our contribution's 80, you know, or whatever, but.
Have you seen what it looks like, how elaborate it is, or?
Yes.
So
There's
we-
options.
There's options, there's a lot of options, we're not locked into one. Right now. We showed him what we liked, based on the survey. We went up to Presbyterian Church and met with the homeschooling kids. Renee did this really great presentation to them and really got them all, they're all very engaged, and went really well. And then her and I went around to a few playgrounds in Churchville and Riga and saw what they had and kind of got an idea of what's popular, what kids are talking about when they said they want more ninja stuff, which is, was funny. So, yeah, it's gonna be a combination of kind of normal playground stuff and things you can jump around on and climb on.
It's kind of, you build it as you want it. You pick the pieces of equipment you want for your park specifically out of like a Sears catalog, literally. There's hundreds of options and you choose it, you know, and once we know the funding, we'll be able to.
So if we set a lower limit, then we can kind of negotiate as far as what we don't want to kind of bring it down? Is that true? Or are we gonna be stuck with what they come up with?
No, not at all.
Okay.
When it comes time to actually approve the expenditure,
Mhm.
you can be like, oh, this is too much, we want it to be cheaper.
Right.
We want to go,
So I'm okay
remove
with
this
the
piece
less.
of equipment.
If we're happier going less, I'm okay with that. If we wanna go to 120.
I have another question. How about the unappropriated fund balance? What builds that back up again? And in like the history, whatever, the last 20 years, has that balance been about that and it's been like way too much and so this is not gonna hurt?
Right, so the unappropriated fund balance comes from surpluses in the budget. So that's what builds that. So years ago, about 13 years ago, we had a state audit. And they came in and went through all our books and everything. The only thing that they had in their findings was that we had too much money in our unappropriated fund balance. So we had, for some time, spent that down. I mean, it was down to probably like 300,000 at one point. We did the Stage Pavilion, we did some of that equipment in the park, and the basketball court, and the disc golf course, things like that with the money. So I think it put back down. And so we talked about that in the last year, about doing projects to draw down that balance and to use it for the community.
Okay, thanks. So I'm okay with the max 150.
What do you think, John?
A lot of money.
Yeah, no. Less is okay with me, John. It's fine. If we wanna say 100. You're on the parks group. What do you think?
I don't think you want to exceed 140. I think that'd be a safe number.
Yeah.
I mean, gives you a cushion there.
Yeah, I'd go, that 150 just scares me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
140.
Okay.
Let me start with resolution 6,
All right.
authorizing.
Okay, so I'll accept a motion.
So I'll make a motion that we limit our 20% contribution to the grant match at 140,000.
That's
That's
seven.
number 7.
That's 7.
I'm sorry.
So we're starting with 6, which
Oh,
is
right, right.
just, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well, I'll make a motion that we accept resolution number 6, authorizing grant application.
I'll second.
All in favor? Any opposed? All right, passed. And now resolution 7.
So I'll make a motion to approve resolution 7 with a not to exceed $140,000 grant match.
I'll second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Carried. Okay, and Courtney, resolution 8 is the seeker, right?
The seeker.
Okay, which has to go along with any
Yes.
grant application.
Even down to the point where any local law that we pass, we're supposed to go seek.
Yep.
Even if it has nothing to do with
Right.
groundwater.
Right.
We've done this before, right?
We have.
We have done this?
Yes.
For the other? I'm not paying attention.
All right, I make a motion that we accept resolution 8, playground grant seeker.
I'll second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Carried. Okay. On to the photo contest funding request. Courtney?
So the BBCA wants to do a photo contest for Bergen Park Festival. I think that's what it's for, the day is, and they're looking for contribution. It's gonna be about $300, so they'd like $100 from the town and $100 from the village to make this
Yeah,
happen.
so it sounds like throughout the festival, the park festival, they're asking families to take, phone shots and submit them to their database, and then they're going to use that to promote throughout their social media and different things like that. And also have prizes for, the best submitted photos. So all through the day, the parade, the contests, whatever they're doing, the fireworks, the music, it encourages families to participate and, have a fun time trying to win some prizes at the photo contest, so.
So I have a question about so the question for us is whether we want to spend $100.
Yes.
And what determines having us vote on something like that versus it's just a cost that the village decides to pay for?
I think it's just a little something different. I mean, we probably could have paid this out of petty cash. It's pretty minimal, but
Seems very minimal.
in the past, they came to us for money for Park Festival, and we've turned them down because we provide the, garbage and dumpster, a lot of man hours getting it prepared, toilet paper, paper towels, all that stuff. So I think we may have paid for porta potties in the past. So we were reluctant to give them like sponsorship money, but that's only $100 and it could have came out of discretionary funds. But it's just something a little different than there was a budget for.
And it was the first time I'd seen this, so I wanted you guys to at least get a look at what, where the money's going, so.
Okay.
Do we know how they're gonna advertise it, so people know enough to get their cameras out?
I don't yet,
Submit? Okay.
I thought it said there that it would be in their, oh, it must have been something else.
I don't know
thought
if
it
you're
said-
on their social media or not, but I think they did put a blurb out there looking
Okay.
for an upcoming photo contest type
Okay.
thing, so.
Okay.
So if you guys are okay with it, I'll accept the motion.
It's fine with me. I'll make a motion to accept the photo contest funding request of $100.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Okay, Courtney, utility billing software replacement.
Yeah, so Did I put that, I put that in my email to you
You did.
all about, kind of what's going on. We got this billing and accounting software in 2007, so it's that old. The company stopped supporting it. They've got a lot of versions since then, a lot of updates. We've just been hesitant to update because we didn't want the cost, and we're really just comfortable with what we've got. But now it's starting to glitch. The system crashes. The uploading of the data from the electrometers has been having trouble. And so we've had to mess with that, and so it's been a problem. And also, it'll throw in random dates for payments and different things. So it's just getting old and wonky, and so I just would like your permission to go out and get some quotes on costs of our software. Software is a lot more than it used to be. That's why we kind of held off. There's a few companies out there who do it. We call around to different municipalities, see what they use. There's a lot of different ones. We're gonna, I'm leaning towards staying with the company that we have now, just because there's familiarity with what they have, and even though it's an upgraded version, it's still, similar.
So it's an upgraded version of the same software, but cloud-based?
I'm not sure about that yet. I have to check on that.
Do you pay any ongoing licensing or maintenance fees now?
We don't.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm sure there won't be anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just, have to check around and see the prices. No, it's not. I know Spencer Ford is going out for new software, and what they're looking for is way above what we want, but it's insane.
And this was for the electric bills, did you say?
Electric and sewer.
Oh, and sewer, okay. So that would change the way you do the billing and the payments right now for the village residents, or that'd be all the same?
Yeah, we're hoping, so we'll see if we really change to, because even the newest version, it's updated, but it's really updated. It has a lot of more features, the interface, it looks a lot different. It's gone, in 20 years, it's gone a long way. So we'll have to get used to it, and all that. So we will see what's best. But I would assume that the way the bills look a little different. Same information probably would be on there, but as long as we can still print them in-house.
This makes sense to me.
You're in that line of work, so you.
Yeah, yeah. So, motion, okay, I'll make a motion to have Courtney go out for quotes on new utility billing software.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, passed. Okay, update bank account signers. As you all know, I've become the new mayor. So we're asking for your approval to switch names on the bank approval request from Joe, who did a wonderful job to me, correct?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
So-
And this is for you to sign, like, all these bills that we look at, you sign all those checks, is that how that works?
Courtney signs the checks, I sign,
Oh.
I oversign him.
Yeah, so he just to be additional signer, so if I wasn't here,
You could
Oh.
sign.
he could sign it.
And are there certain check amounts that require double signatures?
No, we don't have that in place. Because you see the bills.
You see him, and if he has questions, he calls, and if, if he'll be on vacation at times, and just cover each other and things like that.
Okay, I would make a motion to update the bank account signer so that Mike can be this signer of the new name.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, any opposed? Okay, so I'd like to add one more item to new business. This was not in our agenda prior to today's meeting, so I would require your vote to be able to do that, but it is the National Grid Coordination Study. So I'd like permission from the board to add that to the agenda, and then we'll have further discussions about what that is.
Okay. I'll make a motion that we add this National Grid agreement, support services agreement to the agenda.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, pass. Okay, I'm gonna defer to Mr. Shimino to explain our support services agreement with National Grid.
Okay, we've been working with National Grid concerning the new substation upgrade. And whenever you do a substation, you have to work very closely with your transmission provider, who in this case is National Grid. And with us putting in a new substation in, there's a lot of data that has to go over, and it's called relay coordination. Whenever you put bigger equipment in, they have to make sure that anything that happens in our system is not going to kick back on National Grid lines and say knock the Sweden station out. So they have to get engineering involved to run all the numbers and see exactly where the coordinates have to be set on all the equipment. We can't do anything in that substation until we get this agreement going. We're waiting for them to finalize all this coordination so that they can get the existing transmission lines off our existing substation and move them over to the new structures that we have installed. Once they get them off that structure and move them over, we can go forth with the contractor getting in there and start to gut out the old substation, get all the metal and everything out of there, all the other equipment out of there. It'll be completely de-energized. Right now they can't do that because it's energized. We're not using it, but it's still energized because that's where the main power comes through there. And until we can get them to get those lines off that steel structure and swing them over our infrastructure, then we're at a standstill. So we've had a couple of meetings, and I was hoping to get this agreement a lot sooner. We had a meeting a couple of weeks ago, and I told them that we really needed this because this is holding us up. We can't even give a contractor who we awarded the bid, and we can't even give them a date and time when they can actually start working in that facility. So it's up front. It's $25,000, which they have to get the $25,000 up front before they'll even entertain with their engineers and everything else to see what's going to be involved in, to get us the information that we need so that we can schedule an outage. It would be a system-wide outage. The whole system would have to go down for them to come in here and shut the power down to the existing, move it over onto ours, and also the power authority. We have to be here for the metering because they have to meter the new power when it comes in. It's going to be a lot of coordination. Once that happens, we'd really like to do it before Norterra starts up. That's why it's critical that we get this in place.
Is this part of the original plan for that?
Not really. In part it is, yes. It's we knew we were going to have to work with National Grid because again we just can't go up there and take their lines off our station and switch them over. So you have to work with them. So yeah, I should say yes. This was figured in to the engineering aspect of the project.
So it's $25,000 down payment, and then is there?
They'll use that money. They won't start until they receive that $25,000, and then they'll do their work. And if it comes out to be more involved than that, then they're going to come back with another figure and say, well, we need this much more now, whether it's another $25,000 or whatever. I wouldn't expect it to go more than that. You never know, National Grid, but.
How do we protect ourselves from some giant number? Do we not have a choice? There's no other way to do it.
This is solely approving $25,000 at this point?
Yes.
Okay.
So there's a part about insurance and stuff. Is that our liability that we have to pay insurance for bodily damage and property damage?
Well, they have their own insurance, that's at our end.
Okay.
They want to make sure that we have our liability insurance and everything else.
Okay.
I know, again, I tried to get this a lot sooner, we just got it today.
Yeah.
I guess I would ask to approve the 25,000 with the condition that Mike has time to still look this over. And if you see something that catches your eye,
I
flag it.
glanced and I haven't read word for word, but I will.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much at their mercy on this.
Do you have,
Okay.
do you have this electronically?
Yes.
Courtney can send it to us all
Yeah.
electronically tomorrow.
Okay. good.
Yeah. I did send it to Courtney and to you. You did, I did send it to you too.
Yes, I have it electronically, according to Joe. But, yeah, everybody should get this and reach out to me personally with any questions that you have. And then, if there is need for a special meeting or something like that, I'll call for it.
And this comes out of the electric budget, like the rest of it?
Yes, yes,
And is it part of what we have budgeted already?
yes,
Okay.
yes, I would say
So
so.
part of the multi-million-dollar
The
budget
big-
that we
the big
approved,
project,
yes.
Okay.
So we can't move forward until we do that 25K?
We can't do anything.
Okay, well, then that's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah, there's no choice.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
Okay,
So I make a motion that we approve the support services agreement with National Grid for $25,000.
I'll second.
All in favor?
aye.
Any opposed? Okay, passed.
Just one question. Is Niagara Mohawk the same as National Grid?
Yeah.
Oh. They kind of use both terms, don't they?
No, Niagara Mohawk was the
Oh,
old,
Niagara.
the National Grid took it over and
Oh.
changed the name of National Grid.
So this agreement says Niagara Mohawk. Doesn't say National Grid.
Yeah. But I think National Grid, or Niagara Mohawk is still, I think, the parent company.
Okay.
Oh,
I think just might use that.
I don't know.
Maybe.
okay, yeah, so just please
That's
send
an
it
old name.
electronically.
Okay, that is all for our new business. Thank you, everybody, and I do want to thank Deputy Mayor Shimino for his ongoing commitment to stay on top of the substation rebuild, all the calls he's making to ensure that, you know, networking and cooperation is happening between Niagara Mohawk, National Grid, Village of Bergen, mutual aid, all of the services that we're using to get our substation up and running. Joe has committed to staying on top of that through completion, so I want to thank you, Jerry, for that.
Yep, appreciate it.
We wouldn't be able to do
Wouldn't be
that.
able to do it without him, absolutely. Okay, so old business, just want to bring this up, traffic concerns on Route 33 and Apple Tree Avenue. So I, myself, Joe and Courtney attended a joint meeting with the town of Bergen, Ernie, and Superintendent Polcock, Superintendent, right? Joel Polcock. Really, the town has been invested, most of their property and their commitments is up, just out of our village jurisdiction, but 33, you know, Liberty Palms, Oxbow, 19, all that, they kind of manage and deal with a lot of that, and they're concerned, Ernie has concerns with the traffic patterns and the speed of traffic that's allowed through there, 55 coming off the thruway all the way through, the addition to Oxbow and Liberty Pumps possibly making a connecting road that would, in some people's thoughts, increase traffic coming out onto 33 out of Liberty Pumps, turning left, turning right, crossing over to Apple Tree. The village is primarily in control of Apple Tree. It's on our property. There's a small section at the very end that goes up to 33 that the town is on town property. And if you all have gone up there, you know that during certain hours of the day, especially morning, as folks are traveling, you know, Batavia, Rochester, and into these complexes, and at end of business day, 3 to 5, 6 o'clock, it is really chaotic up there. And with folks leaving or coming Apple Tree and across, or from Liberty Pumps over to Apple Tree, you're crossing 4 lanes with 55-mile-an-hour traffic. It's,
Didn't they do a study? The state did a
so
study?
the state did a study, and helped me with this, guys, but the conclusion is that they're not going to change anything.
That's the bottom line.
That's the bottom line. We've asked for, well, we didn't, but, and this is most of the town, and Liberty Pumps actually asked for a light to be put there
Yeah.
at the end of their driveway.
Mhm.
They offered to pay for it. We will buy it and put it in if you will approve it. And the state said no. Because they're concerned for their employees' safety.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, sure.
coming in and out of there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that was a no. The state did a study to determine if perhaps coming off the expressway, trying to think south, right? And you know how you come off and you can just curve right into, you know, going 60 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That perhaps it would be necessary to bring that to a T with a stop sign, and then you turn left or right. That was our hope that possibly they would do that. They said no to that. What else did we ask them to do?
Has there been consideration of closing Apple Tree?
Well, that's what Ernie and all of us have discussed, is so it would take the joint venture between the town and the village to do anything to Apple Tree.
So
We-
one of the ideas was a one-way.
Right, so one of the ideas is close it all together, make it a dead end,
Yeah.
right? Which could affect future developments, because that property in the back is eyed for possible future developments. If housing goes back there, whatever, you know, how would that impact that? Possibly making it a one-way or the other, however we wanted to, you know, consider that. That's certainly an option. Or leaving it as it is. You know,
So
with,
how much effect do we have with the state on that? I mean, we can propose something if they
it's
don't go for it.
ours. Apple Tree is ours,
Okay.
they don't have any impact on it.
With closing Apple Tree, but not putting a light on
We,
33?
yeah, we couldn't do anything with 33, yeah, so we're confined to just that. We could close off Apple Tree, or we could make it a one-way, or leave it as is. That's really the question.
Okay.
Would they add a merge lane coming off of 490? Because right now, there's no merge.
There used to be, remember?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know it,
Yeah.
and now there's no merge, and it's
Well,
not good there. People
I
fly
believe
on
that
it.
was proposed, and they said no as well.
Wow. So what is Ernie's take on it? What does he want to
Ernie's position, and Ernie has offered to come here.
Okay.
And present what they were thinking, but it was an open meeting. Ernie was wanting or thinking that it would be best to make Apple Tree a one-way coming off the expressway, using Apple Tree to come up and go left and right on 19.
Yep.
And not allowing traffic to go down to 33 and make a left-hand turn across. That was his proposal.
Does that mean people could come across from Liberty?
They still
across?
could, yeah, unless we change the one way the other way. So, I mean, I just want you guys to think about it, what's kind of being looked at. What's in our control and what's not.
So did you say, or I haven't been back there, but is there a connection for, like, people that want to leave Liberty Pumps and turn left? Can they go around the back way out Oxbow and go to 19 that way?
Not yet.
No?
Not yet. Oxbow and Liberty Pumps are discussing how, in the town owns that and services it, so they're just discussing what to do back there. So they're coming up with options as well. It's our franchise area, we don't have anything to do with the roads, so.
So what is it that you need from us tonight?
I'm not asking you to do anything, I just want you to know that this has been going on and the discussion's being had. And if you guys have strong feelings either way, or opinions about Apple Tree, I'd like to know what those are, so that we can, you know, work in conjunction with the town.
I'm always nervous when I hear the sirens go off that something happened over
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Well, just the corner of 19 and 33 has been a nightmare, and nothing's been done there either. Then the other thing is, we do have some new development going in at, you know, Cam's property up there. You know, so there's some things happening in there that's gonna cause some traffic pattern changes.
So that cut-through road, Apple Tree, borders the houses there, correct? Who owns the property there that we might think may be developing? What, I guess I'm not.
So all the property in the back,
Yeah.
Bob just wanna talk about all those open fields across from firing pin and
Oh,
all
okay.
that. All of
Yeah.
that is
Got it.
targeted for perhaps future
Yeah.
development.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't know if that little bit of road would really, you know,
Immediate access to a new development.
Yeah, okay.
So anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. Do you guys have any thoughts on it? Oh, we were thinking about maybe doing a traffic study just on Apple Tree.
Yeah, for myself, I would like to see what impact doing one way or closing that would actually have on that area.
Like how many cars are going this
Yeah.
way and how many are going that
If
way?
we
What
could
times a day?
Do something that shows the traffic on there. How, is it really used that much where it would make a difference? I don't know. Maybe a lot of cars go through there. I don't know. But before we go and make a decision, it'd be nice to know how much it gets used and what effect it's gonna actually have.
Yeah.
Does the county have like counters and the little tubes that you
We'd
would
have
have
to, we'd have to find
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
to do it ourselves.
Okay.
So I guess what I'm asking you to do is perhaps a motion to allow Courtney to go out and look for a traffic study option for us. Like if that's a viability, if you guys feel it's necessary.
I would be agreeable with that.
Okay. So I would just need a motion to go forward with a traffic study on Apple Tree Avenue, and then to be tabled for a later date once that study's done.
I'll make a motion to do what he just said.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Approved, okay, thank you. Okay, request for annual financial audits. Okay, this is another proposal I'm presenting to the board. Just a checks and balances proposal. I asked Courtney if our data entry points, you know, the data we put into our sewer and our electric and our general budgets data input has a checks and balances other than the office staff, you know, confirming numbers and making sure everything's correct. And financial audit as well, just to make sure that all the budgeting numbers are correct and all those kinds of things. There were 2 items this year found that were inconsistent and data entry was incorrect.
How material were they?
We're figuring that out now. It looks
Yeah.
to be small. We talked to the Public Service Commission, we have to go back 6 years, and then give a 1.5% interest rate.
It affected 2 businesses that had been billed over a number of years at a slightly higher rate.
To go back 6 years, bill by bill by bill by bill, it's gonna take probably a week or 2
Yeah.
to try to get that information together.
So as mayor, I just would like to have a checks and balances system in place on a yearly basis, just to, you know, double confirm the numbers that the office staff are putting in and that they're, you know, confirming, just so that we have an additional audit on top, so that, you know, all the residents can be rest assured that, you know, all the Ts are crossed, all the Is are dotted. It's very easy when you have so many data points to enter to just, you know, put one in a wrong spot. So that's what I'm asking.
Mayor, is this just for electric or for
This is
sewer
for
and?
all 3 budgets.
All 3?
Yep.
And maybe you would know, is an annual financial audit, is that customary, or is it 1 year, every year, or is like, or is typically more like 3 years, or?
Yeah, I was gonna suggest, like, it seems like an annual audit would be a little bit of
Okay.
overkill. And also, is that really gonna find stuff like that? Because the financial audit is not gonna, it's not gonna dig into things that you found there, right? That's a different kind of a.
If we try to find both, you know, if try to find an organization that has the ability to look into that stuff.
Because that's more digging into contractual things, right? Different than deep diving into everything that gets posted to your accounts and looking through all these bills and looking for the proper approvals. That's what an audit is.
Yeah.
Okay.
But something like, to catch stuff like that, that would be more like a study, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
I wouldn't think it would be worth the cost of having financial audits done every year.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
I don't know what they cost, and maybe because it's a municipality, they rate you, I don't know.
Yeah, the first step would be good to go for a request for proposal, send an RFP out to, like we do a bid, put it in the paper, put it out to anybody we think of, try to see how much it's gonna cost and what it entails. And then, once we get the numbers together, then we can approve and select somebody.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'd be very open, 1, 2, 3 years, however we needed to do it. I just think that an additional checks and balances system would be appropriate.
When was the last one? 10 years ago?
It was a while because Bob Fox used to do our AUD and our accounting, and he would audit the financials, and that would count.
Mhm.
So it's been, I think, a good while.
Mhm. So it might make you feel better to have one done, but I wouldn't have it done more than every third year. That's a lot.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm certainly open to that. I just think there should be at least something in place that can
Yeah.
assist the office staff
Yeah.
with just ensuring that, accuracy and transparency is out there.
Yeah, but it would be interesting to find out what kinds of studies can be done on things that might find, like whatever the one person's asking about in the electric bills, or, if they review contracts or something like that, some kind of studies.
Yeah.
That's different than a financial audit. Okay, so are you looking for a motion to?
Looking for a motion to allow
Getting
the
quotes?
village to send out an RFP
Ah.
to inquire about financial data oversight, I guess. I don't really want to call it, I don't know if it needs to be called an audit, but checks and balances in those ways. I don't know, however you want to word it.
And I'll work with, talk to Hemingway about, because I'm sure they've had RFPs and, something that one of the communities have done before. So
Yeah.
we can piggyback off them and get, the right wording and see who, different people have used.
Mhm. But you'll come back to us?
We'll table it for next
Okay.
month.
Yes,
Yeah.
it'll just be, we can send out the RFP, but it's like setting up for a bid. When either numbers in, you can select somebody or you can just decline.
How will you know what to send the RFP out for?
We'll talk to, like I said, we'll talk to the MUA and NIPA, and then they can kind of help us with the other communities who have done this, because, they do it regularly.
Mhm. Okay. I'll make a motion for, to allow Courtney to go out for RFP for whatever might be required on or one time, I guess, for audit purposes.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, approved. Okay, I know it's a lot, guys. Thank you. Okay, so just lastly, the dedication, this is old business. We talked about next month at Park Festival, the dedication of the new pavilion at Park Festival to the Bergen Fire Department. Really excited to, and honored to dedicate our new pavilion to the fire department. We would like to do a formal presentation during the Park Festival, probably right after the parade. Have all the fire departments there, multiple fire departments are there, have an event, dedicate the pavilion at a ceremony, have a plaque, and I'd like all of you, if you're available, to be there. I've asked Courtney to reach out to BBCA, and they are the ones hosting the Park Festivals. Get their permission, see if they would be welcoming to having the village, do this presentation, and then with their approval, we'll go forward with it. We'll have everything done and set, so.
What's the date of it?
June 13th.
Yeah, they're doing it Friday and Saturday this year.
Oh.
So they're doing a Friday night chicken barbecue and a concert, I think. And then Saturday is at noon starts the parade and the whole regular festival. And they're saying the largest fireworks show they've ever done. So looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Courtney, is the plaque in house yet?
No,
Yeah.
and let me know what you want to say. I just want it so easy as.
Dedicated to the-
dedicate, Just simple, because there's the last one that was on it.
Where is the one that used to be on it?
I think it's a DPW
It's in
house.
pretty rough shape.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I thought maybe it'd be sort of.
No.
It wasn't a great plaque to start off with. We'll get one of the bronze ones, like,
Oh.
that's out here.
Mhm.
That will last.
Like the
forever.
McConnell's that's on the other.
The McConnell's, I think, is like a, or a road sign type of thing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The ones that, more like the ones on the benches, the new benches.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
So,
Okay, so I just wanted to let everybody know that's happening,
Sounds good.
and we'll go from there. So, any questions, comments?
One other comment just about that electric thing, the $25,000 thing.
Mhm.
Just to be sure, like, do a double check that our insurance covers what it needs to cover. It's like, I know there's insurance clause in there, but
Mhm.
I assume our insurance is,
Yeah, I'm sure we have the coverage.
Yeah, you're saying just cross-check it with what coverage
Yeah.
we have, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. Just to make sure. Otherwise, they may, say, oh, yeah, you were in violation, you guys didn't cover what we
or
had
God
proposed.
forbid somebody got hurt.
Yeah, yeah.
Something. Will our guys work on that or not? They
No.
won't at all?
They'll do it.
Oh.
They'll switch it over.
So that's a village-wide flip over then at one point, where everybody, industry and all has to,
Yeah, the whole system got me down.
Yeah.
I'm
Friday
thinking,
and Sunday.
I'm thinking of Sunday morning.
yeah, okay.
8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I mean, the other alternative is to do it on a, Saturday night or something at midnight, and that's just,
Yeah.
it's counterproductive trying to work in the dark.
Yeah. The last one didn't last very long at all.
No,
It was supposed to go from 9:30 to
Yeah,
11:30.
about 45 minutes.
Yeah,
it's done.
it was quick, so,
And the weather's breaking, so it's,
Yeah. yeah.
so it should be better.
All right,
I'll
priv-
make a motion to.
Yep. Well, I get a privilege of the floor. Sir, you have anything to add?
Basically, I just wanted to ask, what would that 25,000, what would that agreement be for, basically, to allow National Grid to do some work?
It's an engineering study.
Okay, is that what they're doing?
Yeah, it's so they can coordinate
Having to do with the
our
substation?
equipment with their substation in Sweden.
Mhm.
It's just a relay protection.
Oh, okay, but it has to do with the substation project?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
And would the dedication of the pavilion be probably on that Saturday of the festival versus Friday?
Yeah, my hope is that it would be Saturday, directly after the noon parade. So as everybody goes into the park and all of the fire department's trucks are there and the staff are there, we would be able to do the dedication right at the pavilion, like 1 o'clock-ish, something like that.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. Okay. Adjournment.
Oh, okay.
I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
Second?
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everybody.
Good job.
Yep. Lots.
I became mayor